What's going on, beautiful people? D-Lo Brands back for another video, and today you are going to be building your first app utilizing AI, and we're going to do this together. We're going to do this in 3 different steps. Number 1, we're going to plan it, ideate it using ChatGPT. Number 2, we're going to jump into Rork AI, which is going to help you build your mobile app. And number 3, we're going to test the mobile app on our mobile device. So super excited for this. Get your notepad ready. Get ready to learn and get ready to be hands-on because we're about to step in the studio. All right, beautiful people. So this is how I started off my build. I basically had a video of some guys that have been building apps and what they were talking about, and I just copied that transcript and pasted it inside of ChatGPT. I said, I just recently watched this video. I want to come up with some app ideas to pursue just like them. Help me. So that's all I said. Pasted that in there, huge context window, and what it came back with is actually some ideas that were pertaining to a context I had already given ChatGPT. So the companies that I own or whatever project I was working on, it came up with some ideas that could run with those. Now, I did go ahead and try out one of these, so we will show you that, but this is what you want to do first. You want to ask ChatGPT for ideas. You want to say things like, hey, I want to create an app that is solving X, Y, and Z problem, or maybe you don't even know what app or what problem you want to solve right now. You can get AI to research for you. So you can go down to this button right here, go to deep research, say, hey, what are the top 20 problems that can be solved using an iOS app? That's all you got to do, and it'll do a bunch of research. You can do it without the research on as well, but you see, it gave me the app, it gave who it helps, what the core loop is, so basically the core purpose, what the user flow will be, the AI superpower, how will AI help this, monetization, and the launch kind of angle that we'll have. So these are some ideas. Now I did go ahead and try and build out quiet mode. This was kind of the only one that actually was like a phone app, so I decided to do this off of the back of another successful app called Quitter. So this is the app that we chose, but before that, I actually asked it to give me, let's brainstorm and plan these 3 that I wanted. So Agent Reception was basically an app that, or a platform that clinics could use to get a voice AI agent to answer the phones for them. Offer blocks would be similar to a ClickFunnels, where you can get, or you can build out your funnels, but this will be in a one prompt fashion, so text to funnel basically. And the other one was quiet mode, which is cross device, a red button that basically deactivates your device, and it's to help people with, certain addictions that they may have. So it helped me plan it out further. It said, hey, this is the actual stuff. Let's see if we can, use this one. And then it gave me some more names, just like I asked for this one. I liked Snap Funnels a lot for this one, so I'll keep that in mind. I'll probably build that out on live. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. But quiet mode came and it gave me the details for that, and I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and build out quiet mode. So I just wanted it to give me some MVP to roadmap to V2 roadmap. So basically what features will be present in the builds at specific times. Gave me the build out for quiet mode. I then said, give me a Rork AI prompt to build quiet mode as an AI app. So this is the prompt that it gave me. Now this is very comprehensive. I didn't want it to give me all of this. All I wanted was the front end built out, but it gave me all of this extra stuff. So I just took out like the authentication, extensions, database, backend. Like I just took out all of those. But we go over the Rork, and if you do not know what Rork is, basically you can build out your mobile apps and try them out very, very quickly. And we've built out apps before. I've shown you guys this kind of game that we built out together. I've shown you guys other apps that I built out on here, like this event app. So you can do some pretty cool stuff, but we did, build out quiet mode in this. So we're going to go ahead and open up quiet mode. And I'm not sure if I can see the different versions. That's one thing that I don't necessarily like about Rork, is that you can't see the different versions. So I did not mean to do that. But basically, what this is going to do is basically vibe code your entire app. This is the prompt that I put in. So I took out a few things, but essentially I just wanted it to know what the app was supposed to do. So it decided to go into its planning mode. It said, okay, bam, these are the key design elements that I'm going to have. These are the features. These are the pages. These are the colors. And then it went ahead and built out all of those. So if we go to preview, you guys can kind of see the actual app come up. So as you see, all of these are basically app pages. This is code that the AI builds out for you. You don't necessarily need to know what this is, but I would consider, before you go to live deployment or charging money for this, that you get a real developer or a developer team to look at it, make sure everything's good. I only fixed like two things where I said fix the tab navigation padding because it was, just bad padding. But then, and after I go over this, I'll show you guys the app. Then I took screenshots of the actual app. These are the screenshots. So this is the first one. Then you got this one. This is with it activated. Then you got this settings screen. You have this activity screen, and you have this devices screen. So whatever your connected devices are. And I just took screenshots of that, and then I sent it back to ChatGPT, which is already helping me plan this. And I said, hey, what needs to be changed or updated? So it said, these are good, these are improvements. And then it gave me everything, general updates, in short, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, give me a single prompt to get Rork to make all of these changes, but it didn't give me back what I really wanted. So I said, I don't want to prompt as if we are creating from scratch. I only include the improvements you just suggested. So bam, add, make, mode cards, group, all this stuff it wants me to add. So all I did was copy and I pasted it into Rork. So bam, you see it right there, adding all those things. So then it added all of those, even the intro screen that you see here, the kind of that walks you through what the app does. It built that out. It read all of the files that it needed to read, and then it edited, and then it gave me a summary of all the changes that it made. And so you can see with Rork, it's going to make a ton of changes. And you see down here, it's Sonnet 4. I absolutely love Rork AI. I'm going to be honest, because they're very generous. Every single day, if you use this for a week straight, you can use it for free. But every single day you can get on here and use the best model to code out some app that you have been thinking about. So I think it's pretty cool. But this is the final result that it's given us now, and we're going to click through it. So this is the tutorial screen, and basically what it does: instantly silence distractions and activate focus modes, cross device sync, so you can have this on your Mac and you can have this on your phone. Emergency override: important calls and messages can still get through with our smart emergency system. So get started, bam, now you are inside of the app. So essentially what this app would be is a kind of last ditch effort for people that want to close out their phone really quick. Maybe they've been scrolling and they want to prevent themselves from scrolling. They can go to this app and click this red button, and it disables their phone for 25 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, or until I turn it off, So it's basically supposed to help people become more productive and not heed to their desires on their devices, if you will. So you have different modes right here. You have quiet mode, complete focus, study mode, sleep mode, you have gym mode, you have family mode, and it basically keeps you in check for whatever you're doing. So if you're at the gym, there's no reason for you to need social media at the gym. You just need your music and you need your messages. That's it. So it built out these other screens so you can see what other devices you have on your account. You can add a device if you want to. Then you can also see your activity. So how long you were in certain sessions, and then you of course have your settings where you maintain your billing, your profile, link more accounts, customize it, blah blah blah, everything. Emergency override, you can do everything. So this is what it built out for me. And if you've been following along, you have planned your app. And if you've been following along, you have planned your app, you've gotten the prompt that you need to create it, and you've gotten Rork to at least create the first version of it. You I wouldn't have expected you to take screenshots and put it in ChatGPT at this point, but you need to do that next because you want AI to help you at every single step. It's not going to make you dumber, but it's showing you, okay, these are other things that we need to build on top of this, on top of the initial one that we created. So you can kind of get an idea of what improvements you'll need to make for more apps that you create. So now the next step that we're going to get into is actually testing out the apps. So right here, Rork has an iOS app, and we are going to jump into that and try out our app. All we're going to have to do is scan this QR code. It's going to take us to a page to download the app, and we're going to be on the phone. All right, people, we are back. And now, as you see right here, we have our phone on the screen. So I have at the top the Rork app, and if you go to the App Store and you type in Rork, you will be able to download this app as well, or just scan the QR code in the last scene. So what we're gonna do is open this app, and you will be prompted to log in. So you'll just log in with the account that you use on the computer, and then you'll be able to see all of your projects. Now things are definitely gonna have to load, so wait for that, but as we see right now, we have each and every one of my projects that I've created. And if we go to quiet mode, it is going to open the project. It's going to start the development environment, and it's going to allow us to see a preview of the app. Now, this app has a very, very interesting feature that I didn't necessarily expect from Rork, but Replit has also done this within their app. And it basically allows you to work on your apps inside of their mobile app. So you can input prompts, you can make changes. Okay, so we have our first screens, bam, going through the tutorial, get started. Now we see, bam, we're on the screen. We can select our mode. We just walk through all of these things. We activate, deactivate. Something went wrong. Let's go back home. Whatever. So it's gonna go back into the project. And this app just came out, so I'm expecting bugs to be inside of this. However, if you guys see that kind of gradient black gray circle down at the bottom right, if we tap that, we now can see our complete chat of creating this app. So let's say we wanted to make a change. What do we want to change? Let's say make the timer selector a drop down. So let's say make the timer selector a drop down at the top right hand corner. So I want that to basically open up. Let it be an icon that is a timer icon. Okay, so we're going to actually just select this, copy it. Let's fix an error really quick. I'm pretty sure the error that we just encountered that crashed the site. So we're gonna fix that, and it's great that you can go inside of Rork and make this happen in the app, and it's basically just the same thing. It's just a different interface. So it's gonna fix this for us, and then we're going to input our change and make sure that it can make that change for us. Now, what I will say about Rork is that it doesn't have a very customizable backend like Firebase Studio, but if you have an app idea that you just want to get an MVP out and get users to start using the actual app and have a proof of concept, then I can definitely see Rork as being the platform that you use to do this, because like I iterated already, you get basically 7 days of free prompts per day. So if you use up all of those, you can build out an entire usable app. I mean, you guys saw the app that we're looking at right now that's fully usable, and that just took 1 or 2 prompts. So be sure to keep that in mind. But we're gonna wait for it to edit the apps index.txx, which is basically the main thing. So it's completed the error, created separate animated values, updated interpolations. Okay, so now we are going to input the prompt that we just created, and we're going to say make the timer selector a drop down, and we have another error, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. But if you go up to this icon, you can share this with people. So if you wanted anybody to try it out on their phone, you can literally just send them a link to it, and they can open it and try it out. And this is kind of mind blowing for investors or first customers or things like that. You can just very easily send it to them, get feedback, and make changes literally right off of that. I can see you getting feedback from somebody in a text message. You copy that text message, put it directly in Rork, and get all the changes. So it's very, very exciting. I've never been able to build a complete app, and knowing that things like vibe coding, things like platforms like Rork and Firebase and Opal and all these other ones, Replit, Cursor, are allowing us to now build out our own apps. And a very interesting take that I saw a actually the CEO of Replit say is that um it's not going to completely take out the need for a developer. Of course, larger firms are going to need developers. However, it's going to allow entrepreneurs like me, employees that handle entire um, departments, to be able to create very unique apps and very unique websites for them to use. And it's just a great use case. So it finished making the change. It fixed the animation error, added the timer drop down, blah, blah, blah. And let's see what it has. So the timer is not in the top bar, but we see it right here. It's a drop down. We select 25 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. And all you would be doing is basically just going in and fixing errors and making things look better or feel better and things like that. But I mean, in terms of functionality, this is an MVP product, and you guys have just seen that you can build an app and get on your phone in literally 5 seconds and test out that app. So you have no excuse to be not testing out your app ideas. But beautiful people, this has been Dilo Brands. I hope that you took many notes and learned exactly how you can deploy your first app. And I want to do a larger class on this, on actually exporting it and deploying it to the App Store, so that now you have your app on the App Store and you can begin making money. And also things like adding paywalls and getting paid from your app. So we can go over things like that. Let me know what you guys would like to see in the comments. But thank you for stopping by. Make sure you are like, comment, and subscribed. Join the newsletter. We're putting out things all the time. And also stay tuned for our content creation program. So this has been Dilo Brands, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.